Dylan's back there. When I was 14 years old, I decided I wanted to be a runner. My mom was a runner, my dad was a runner, and I just really wanted to follow in their footsteps. So one day I put myself on a treadmill and I said to myself, run. Well, you already know I lasted about 6 minutes before I gave up and had to stand on the little side rails. If you've ever been on a treadmill, you know what I'm talking about. It was in this moment that I realized how hard running is. Running was overwhelming to me. It was something that I really wanted to be able to do and be good at, but it was definitely a challenge. How was I going to be able to do this hard thing? One summer, I set a goal. Every day I was going to run. It didn't have to be fast, it didn't have to be far, but I just had to do one thing every day to work towards my goal of being a runner. And I did it. Every morning I would put on my shoes and plug in my headphones and push play on Imagine Dragons, and I would run. It was definitely a challenge. There were some mornings where I'd wake up just dreading my morning run. It was on those days though that I would tell myself, just do this one thing, just do this one run, and then you can be done. And let me tell you, every time I would finish my run, the feeling of accomplishment and empowerment would just push me to try again and push myself harder the next day. Running also helped with the other things that I had to do. If I ran in the morning, then I would have more motivation and productivity the rest of the day, and I would be able to get a lot of other things done as well. Eventually, I ran track and cross country in high school. I was definitely not the best at it, but I did it. It was hard, but the feeling of accomplishment after finishing a hard race or a hard workout made it all worth it. And if it ever got really challenging, or if my motivation lacked, I would tell myself, just do this one thing, just do this one workout, run this 1 mile, run this one lap, take this one step. Something that I think about a lot is the saying, how do you eat an elephant? Well, the answer to that question is like anything else, one bite at a time. I think this applies to life as well. There's a lot of things in life that are overwhelming, like eating an elephant would be. Life is overwhelming, school is overwhelming, relationships can be overwhelming. Sometimes it's overwhelming just to get out of bed. When you're feeling overwhelmed, or when you feel like you're being crushed by the weight of the world, or overwhelmed with feelings of inadequacy, or if you just have a goal that you really want to accomplish, remember to just do one thing, or in the case of the elephant, just take one bite. One of my favorite quotes comes from Gordon B. Hinckley. I love this quote so much. It's on my wall, and it's been on my wall for a long time, and it says, "The course of our lives is not determined by great, awesome decisions. Our direction is set by the little day-to-day choices which chart the track on which we run." It's easy to feel overwhelmed, and everyone feels this way at times, but it is important to never forget the power in the little choices and little accomplishments of the day. My little sister just graduated high school. She got to a point in her senior year where she was really having a hard time. She was feeling really down and unmotivated and just kind of struggling. She had this big essay due though, and during this time, and she went to her teacher about it, and she just had a conversation with the teacher, just telling her about all the things that have been going on, and the teacher gave her some really interesting advice. Instead of giving her more assignments or advice on the essay even, or more due dates or things like that, anything school related, honestly, she told her to make her bed every day. And when she told me this, I was really confused. I was like, why is her teacher giving her advice on her cleaning her room? That doesn't make sense. But I looked into it a little bit more, and I found a video of a speech given by Admiral William H. McRaven. In this speech, he gives a speech to the graduating class at Texas State University in 2014. He talks about changing the world and his experiences as a Navy SEAL. But the one thing he focuses on, the one piece of advice that he gives these graduating students, is to make your bed every day. He says, if you make your bed every morning, you will have accomplished the first task of the day. It will give you a small sense of pride, and it will encourage you to do another task, and another, and another. By the end of the day, that one task completed will have turned into many tasks completed. So she did. She made her bed every day, and over time, she was able to improve her grades and eventually accomplish a high school graduation. It's amazing how doing little things over time led to a really big accomplishment. Something else that is important to remember is to know how to take control of the things that you can and make the most of the things that you can control. An example of this can be seen with my running. I couldn't become an amazing runner overnight. I didn't have control over that. But what I could control was the effort that I put in every single day. And when I did put in that effort every day, I was able to have the outcome that I wanted. It was in those moments, the moments where I wanted to quit but didn't, that's where I took control. And it's in those moments where I really was able to grow and change my life. So now I want you guys to think about your elephant. What's something that's overwhelming to you? What's something that is weighing on you, you're struggling with, anything like that? This could be school, this could be work, this could be family situations, this could be getting through the day. There's a lot of different things that could qualify as an elephant. Now, I want you to think about what is one thing you can do. And I want you to think of 2 things or 5 things. I want you to think of one thing that you can do. This could be anything. This could be getting ready in the morning. This could be making your bed, going to the gym, taking a walk. One small assignment when you have a mountain of homework just towering over you. This could be calling a friend or an act of service, any of these things or any other things. Just think of one thing that you can do and accomplish and focus on completing that one thing. Because the bottom line is, the truth is, we're all only human. There's only so much that we can do, and we limit ourselves even more by taking on too many things at once. So my advice to you is simple. Simplify your life by taking it one day at a time, one task at a time, one moment at a time. And if it ever just feels like it's all too much, just do one thing. Thank you.
Whoa! Yeah.